Hello, how are you? I'm Natalia and I want to share in this video an experience I had in a Crown Activation in Stirling, Scotland. I think it's a message for all of us that it will help us to be more respectful and compassionate with the person around us and with ourselves as well. I've been part of an activation in Stirling with Robert Grant and Matthias Stefano, and we did 3 different activations in different places. In the first one, before starting, a lot of people start to gather in the place, and we all were gathering, and there were some people making circles and singing and chanting, and I was part of the circle in the middle, and where everyone was chanting, some people started to talk, started to laugh and enjoy, and the people chanting started to say, "Why you are laughing? Why you are talking? Be more respectful," and blah 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 blah. And I was just listening, and I was observing the situation, and I thought, the first thing that came to my mind is this is what happened at this moment in the planet Earth. For someone who doesn't know, when there are planetary alignment or activations, everyone in there is part of a constellation, and everyone is playing a role. So don't take anything personal. It's something that is a reflection of where we are as a humanity in this moment. And that was an example, and that's perfect. An example of what? An example of, we want to create a new humanity, we want to create something better for all of us, but we're still judging and still not accepting that other people could have different truth than ourselves. Maybe for some people, they felt to enjoy, to laugh, to be that part of the activation. And maybe other people felt, oh, I want to change, I want to harmonize, I want to create that harmony in the place. What we forget is the coherence in the place we created when we are doing what we feel. But what we feel, not from the ego, from the place of coherence internally, from a place of let's say love, but not in a romantic way, on the frequency of that. And for me, that was a reflection of where humanity is at the moment. See around. Everyone is saying, no, because this is my truth, this is the only truth. And it's hard to accept that other people, maybe it's not, maybe they have other truths, they think differently, they feel like they see life and they have ideas and beliefs that are different than yours, and that's okay. If we want to create a new humanity, if we want to create that place where we all live more in union, we need to start respecting and accepting that everyone has their own truth. So here is an invitation for all of us to think where we are judging first ourselves, and where we are judging others and not respecting their own point of view. Because who say what you do is the own way and the perfect way of doing things? Who say that? We need to be humble to think that maybe, possibly, potentially, there are other ways of doing things. And potentially, it could be better. if we open ourselves to be curious and know more about why the other person is doing what they're doing without judging in the first place. So I thought that was a beautiful example for all of us to have in mind at the time of creating new things. Because now if we want to co-create all together this new humanity, that for me is not new, it's just an evolution of what is happening. Everything always is new, let's say. But to want to create a better world for all of us to live, we need to start checking all of that. We need to start working in ourselves in order to create that coherence that we are all looking outside. Start here. Start first with us. And that coherence start accepting, knowing what is our own truth, knowing what is our essence, knowing ourselves deeply, but also knowing and respecting that the other person needs to know themselves in a different way, and maybe he has different ideas, different way of living, different perspective, different things, different ways of doing things. And that's perfect. When we understand, the time when we understand this, we will understand that everyone difference and uniqueness is a gift. It's a gift to co-create and to collaborate. Because two different things potentially can alchemize and co-create something new, something totally different. But we need to embrace that diversity, the differences, the multi-dimensionality of all of us. And say, oh, wow, maybe if I'm open to see the way how we can combine together, maybe we can create something unique, even better. But we need to be open-minded to start working and collaborating between each other. To co-create this new humanity, we need to start collaborating. And to collaborate, what more beautiful can be if we accept the diversion of everyone? Well, I hope you get the point and you start to be more compassionate, more acceptant and more respectful with yourself first and with everyone around you. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next video.